We're all set to bring you NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, it's Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. Allie LaForce will be bringing us updates from the sideline. So the Lakers win the tip. Pass to Ayton. Out to Doncic. Hachimura the screen. Inside. Good. And there's... Just goes to Doncic. These two teams, Clark, play a beautiful brand of basketball with an emphasis on ball movement.
No hero ball between these two squads, Kevin. And you're right, it is beautiful to watch. The ball moves, the player moves, they find quality shots, and the assists come in bunches.
And the basket by Castle.
A 6'6" Castle is a strong finisher inside.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the side.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. I asked him what lessons he's learned from studying tape on Luka Doncic, and coach told me, well, one thing is you can't force him into anything. Luka plays at the pace that he wants to play at and goes where he wants to go on the floor. But we can try and take away his options, and that should present some obstacles for him. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. To the inside. Here's Hachimura. No good with the layup. And Greg, with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award, the Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
Now, here's Doncic. Pass to Ayton. Good defense by Wembanyama. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. They double-team Wembanyama. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
It's a jump ball.
And here is Doncic. Outside for Smart. Ayton with it. Smart on the wing. Pocket 6. Pass to Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
And look at Ayton get up there. Have to enjoy watching the big man getting tricky with it.
Here's Castle. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and power.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Stolen by Connect. Here's Smart. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And some of what Smart gives his team doesn't always show up in the stat sheet, but he makes plays that help you win. Wow,
What, did he have something in his eye on that shot? And that's a rare missed opportunity from him. He'd been good as gold up until that point.
Back to Wembanyama. Just 5 to shoot. Castle misses. The Lakers leading. 1:27 left here in the opening quarter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Greg, last season, the Lakers exceeded expectations by winning 50 games and finishing 3rd in the West.
They went on quite a run after acquiring Luka Doncic, but they were eliminated in the first round of the playoffs. And as we know, this is an organization judged on championship success.
Here's Wembanyama. Scoreless thus far. Can't connect from short range. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Down low. Hayes. And Hayes throws it down.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny.
He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the middle. Here's Vanderbilt. The rebound by the Spurs. Here's Wembanyama.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try because I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
And that does it for the first quarter. Lakers on top.
Los Angeles, 10.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
Over in the corner, LaRavia. Offline with his 3. And so Wembanyama will bring it up for San Antonio. 4-point game. Wembanyama deadly inside.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
And stolen by Vassell. And the Spurs pushing it up now. And the dunk by Barnes.
It almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
Over in the corner, LaRavia. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thank you, Kevin. Victor Wembanyama is trying to gain strength, but he said it's important not to lose your mobility. So bulking up is not a good word. It's more being stable. That's the way to keep going. I don't need to bulk up. I need to get my core stronger. I need to get solid. Back to you.
That approach makes sense. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Pass to Ayton. Wembanyama with the rebound. San Antonio leading. To the right side. Here's Champagnie. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Here's Doncic. Doncic converts inside.
Luka, combination of finesse and bully ball in there that time.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. The Lakers making a switch here. Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that have been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates.
Boy, Doncic, with his size and ball skills and vision, is a master, a maestro in the pick and roll. He can make just about any pass necessary out of the pick and roll set.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Oh, explosive move by Doncic.
Speedy drive by Doncic. That doesn't quite go together. He usually is going at his home pace, but he does take advantage of holes when he sees them.
Outside Harper. Kicks it out to Johnson. Just 3 to shoot. San Antonio again missing. Los Angeles leading by 4. You can be sure, GA, that as the Spurs build this team, there will be no shortcuts.
Well, they're surely eyeing that group 8 hours north in OKC. Another young core that's not going anywhere. If the Spurs want to contend, the standard's been set.
Bangs home the trifecta.
When Johnson's feeling it from range, he can be lethal.
And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. .104 left to play here in the second quarter. Doncic steps on the gas. Harper with the steal. Pass to Cornette. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scale.
An absolute beast inside. Love how Ayton uses his size to draw these fouls.
There's 38 seconds left now here in the second. Screen by Olynyk. To the paint. And stolen by Ayton. Pass to connect. And here's Hayes. He's guarded by Johnson. Hayes, no good. Spurs trailed by 3. Here's Barnes. And the dunk by Barnes.
Nice seeing Barnes go for that dunk. Always looking to finish with power at the rim. That's how you're supposed to do it.
Outside, Smart. Ayton a screen. And Ayton throws it down.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Here's Castle. Barnes the screen. And he's knocked off course by the D. The foul called. He'll shoot free throws. That one on Ayton.
And what I like about Castle's game is the versatility, right? He's a legitimate two-way threat who's willing to take on whatever role helps the team.
Now, here's Doncic. Rebounded by the Spurs. Now, Castle. Here he goes. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Castle's so good up and down the lane.
Doncic left side. No one near Reeves as he lets it go. Misses the 3. And the foul called on Austin Reeves. That is his first foul of the game. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Spurs working the ball around now. On the wing, Doncic. He has 6. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Free throw shooting, not an area he has worried about at all. How about last year, 88% from the line?
Yeah, you know, that was one spot where they didn't have to worry about him at all. I mean, at the free throw line, he was automatic.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early, and just one more will put him over the limit.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Here's Wembanyama. Can't hit the reverse layup. Pass to Doncic. Vanderbilt with the screen. Out to Doncic. And he hits the jump shot. Doncic has got the lead up to 6 now for Los Angeles.
Great off-ball action from Doncic.
Many players, Clark, can drive in and step back, but few do both as well as Luka Doncic.
Yeah, I agree with you there, man. He's special in that regard, and sometimes he can do both of those things in the same play, even multiple times. I mean, he's a ball-dominant guy, but he's got special scoring ability. His footwork is a big part of it, his ball handling, and his size. I mean, his size is deceptive, and I think underlooked sometimes in how he's able to do what he does with the basketball.
Castle with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Just 5 on the clock. Can they get it? Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when they need a spark the most.
And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 6-point lead. And now Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks a lot, guys. Lakers coach J.J. Redick has brought an attention to detail to this team. Austin Reeves said, quote, set the foundation of doing stuff the right way, and if we do that, we can be a really good team. Redick said it's important to always emphasize the things that you want. That hopefully becomes part of your identity. Guys?
Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
To the middle. Here's Ayton. Good defense by Wembanyama. Spurs trailed by 6. And the foul on Rui Hachimura. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. 14 foul.
We've got 1:18 left here in the third quarter. Pass to Champagnie. Wembanyama with it. 6 points for him.
A big-time slam by Wembanyama. This is why you got to push him out of the paint.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. There's a minute left in the third.
Number 10, Jeremy Sullivan.
Shooting foul. As the whistle blows, he'll shoot 2 free throws. that one on 8.
Maybe the most hyped teenager since LeBron James. Wembanyama is the poster child for upside.
And thus far in his career, GA, Victor Wembanyama is averaging well over 3 blocks per game.
Matter of fact, if he can maintain this rate, he's on pace to average the most blocks of any player in NBA history, surpassing the towering Mark Eaton.
To the left wing. Five to shoot. And that misses everything.
Got a decent look at it, but sometimes the shot just doesn't go down.
Pass to Champagny. Wembanyama, right side. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it and panicked.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Here's Reeves. Pass to LaRavia. Off target from outside.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
To the inside. And Harper slams it in.
My goodness. Harper with a little showmanship. This kid can do it all.
Here's Reeves. And so the ball out of bounds. Reeves touched it last. They could retake the lead after trailing for a while.
Nice work to hang around and just give yourself a chance. Put yourself in position.
Vassell outside. And here's Olynyk from the arc. Nailed from three-point land. And now it's a 3-point Spurs lead. Back to Reeves. Inside. Here's Vanderbilt. Vassell grabs the board. So it's the Spurs now here in the fourth quarter. Their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Vanderbilt with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Count that one.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Down low. Oh, the layup finish off an excellent lead pass.
You know, he may have a scorer's mindset, but Reeves makes plays for others, too.
Here's McLaughlin. No good. The Lakers leading. Reeves outside. Vanderbilt. Nice use of the glass on the finish.
And that's how you move the ball, putting the defense in a really tough spot.
And so it's Mitch Johnson calling timeout. And clearly an important junction. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. He told the guys to stay after it inside. He said our play inside is terrific right now. He said don't lose any of that intensity. Stay strong down there. It's always nice to hear a coach enjoying his team's play. Back to you.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. Impressive work inside from Doncic.
Luka does not back away from the big stage, guys. This young fella loves to be center stage in the biggest moment.
Now Wembanyama. 6 to shoot. Hachimura rips it down. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Wembanyama reels it in. San Antonio trailing here. And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads-up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Now Castle. Oh, great touch off the pass.
Guys, he's one of the main reasons this game is tied up. I mean, he's done his part to keep them in it.
And the Lakers with another turnover here.
That could be costly. When the game is hanging in the balance, the last thing you can afford is to turn it over.
1:03 left in the fourth. Wembanyama. Oh, flexing Wembanyama.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
No way, says Wembanyama. Not on my block.
Oh, what a play inside.
And this is what a franchise player does. Wemby coming up huge down the stretch.
Wow, he got whacked on that, but shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
All free throws good from Doncic.
We come to expect this from him in these situations. Extremely calm under pressure.
Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Doncic showing his strength.
That's why you give him the rock. Doncic deserves the ball because he can deliver in the clutch.
Now Castle. Wembanyama. It's good.
That's clearly a recent trend. Big guys who can shoot it from distance.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
No option here but to go for 3. Maybe set up a screen, carve out some space, and try to get a clean look at the 3.
Doncic fires. Off target from outside. And so it's San Antonio who's straight by with the win. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
I mean, these are
We're live, the home of the Rockets in wonderful Houston, Texas. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. To 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, on the sidelines as well. And so, the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's ready to talk things through with them. Greg, I hope you're ready. We're going to be cranking our heads back and forth, watching these teams race up and down the floor all game long.
And this is the definition of an exciting matchup. Don't be shocked if the 24-second clock doesn't come into play. They like to keep the pace fast.
Now, here's Cunningham after the miss from KD. And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Cunningham. Down low. Here's Durant. Rebound by Okogie. Pass to Thompson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Duncan Robinson. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And here's Smith. And then Smith with the dunk.
How about the force on that finish by Smith?
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. And now that we are witnessing the tail end of Kevin Durant's illustrious career, Tim, talk about his legacy.
Well, Kevin, without question, this is one of the all-time greats, arguably the most effortless scorer the game has ever seen. Quite simply, he is one of one.
It's stolen by Duren. Cunningham inside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Jalen Duren is certainly a force, Tim, in this NBA. He's a nightly double-double.
Well, he looks like a bouncer at a nightclub, but you forget how young this guy is. If he keeps improving like this, Kevin, he has a chance to be one of the premier bigs in this league.
I was going to say the same thing about you, but I'll call you a Greek god as opposed to a bouncer in a bar. How's that?
I much prefer the Greek god description.
And the Pistons with possession here, following the score by Houston.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
It's Durant on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Şengün. Houston needs to get a shot off. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Here is Cunningham. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I caught up with Coach Ime Udoka. I asked him what his thoughts were on Cade Cunningham, and he said Cade is extremely talented. He's got great size. He plays under control. He's one of those guys that makes his teammates better. It's easy to see why he initiates so much of their offense. Guys, back to you.
And Allie, thanks so much. Pass to Şengün. Out to Smith. Three-pointer. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Smith's got 5.
Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
Duren, no good. Houston leading by 5. 2 minutes. Outside Durant. KD draws the double. Smith for 3. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. And Tim, the improvement for the Detroit Pistons keyed by acquiring veteran floor spacers.
Timeout.
You must like that aspect, am I right?
Yeah, I love that, Kevin. The fact that they have a star offensive player and they went out and added guys that can create more space for their best player, and also they've become a great defensive team.
Back to Cunningham. 6 to shoot. It's deflected. Pass to Okogie. Thompson outside. Some nice passing there by Houston. Pulls it up. Rebound, Detroit. 1:12 left to play here in the first. Harris a screen. Thompson in the corner. Harris outside. Out to Thompson. To stop the drought. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Rockets leading by 5. To the middle. Sengun with the bucket.
Let the big fella eat. Sengun just doing his thing down low.
Here's Cunningham. From down in the low post, it goes. Cunningham's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, he's a guy they look to go to, and now you see why.
In the corner, Smith with it. That 3 off the mark. Pistons trailed by 5. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Well, when a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Rockets lead by 5. And the second quarter about to go.
The Pistons.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
They've been active, they've been disruptive, but now the question is, can they maintain this level of intensity?
To the paint. Here's Stewart. And the dunk by Stewart.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Pass to Sengun. And Sengun throws it down.
Even without the explosive athleticism, Sengun still able to play above the rim.
Greg, you look at Alperen Sengun. He's one of the best combinations of force and finesse in the NBA.
And you wonder how he fell to the 16th pick in the 2021 draft. You saw the numbers he was putting up as a 19-year-old in Turkey. Pretty clear he should have gone higher.
Durant in the lane. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
The speed and the commitment from Durant sets his sights on the bucket and not to be denied.
And stolen by Sengun. And now Allie Laporte says something for us from the sideline.
Thanks a lot. The Rockets have become a fearsome defensive team, and Coach Ime Udoka said, our young guys were tired of losing, and they bought into it. A huge part is just shifting the mentality and doing our part on that end. Understanding how much that impacts winning, it is a non-negotiable for me. Back to you, Kevin.
They've clearly bought in. Allie, we appreciate the report.
KD could sit out there all day and nail threes if the defense lets him.
Yeah, mistakes like that have been the story of the game. They lack cohesion offensively.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. It's stolen by Cunningham. Thompson with it. Now defended by Sengun.
And when it comes to getting up and down the floor, Thompson has few peers.
Pass to Okogie. Now here's Durant. Great defense that time from Duran. Cunningham right side. So, Tim, when you look at what wins in this NBA, many say the heyday of the super team has come and gone. Why is that?
Well, I believe the new collective bargaining agreement has made it awfully difficult for teams to pay 3 stars and also fill out their roster with complementary role players.
So what's the answer? How do teams build?
I think the answer Oklahoma City has captured. You have to have great chemistry, certainly a star at the top, and then guys that understand the pecking order of that team. I think that's how you get it done and build around defense.
Great example. Durant going to work inside. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Their defense has been so aggressive right out of the gate, wasting no time shutting shooters down here with authority.
Houston leading by 9 with the tip. Pass to Okogie. And some nice passing there by Houston. Thompson outside. Shot clock at 6. Oh, the Suki smooth 3 from KD.
And for Durant, it's just that simple. Get the ball and shoot it.
Well, if you work the ball inside, it is going to pay dividends.
.46 seconds left here in the second. He takes it in, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Ausar Thompson.
Such a unique player. Kevin Durant, pure shooter, incredibly skilled, all at nearly 7 feet tall.
And, Greg, these poised veterans really seem to have triggered a shift for the Rockets.
At the same time, it's going to be Houston's young talent that determines their future, and they've already shown they can make a major impact.
Well, this is a good reminder for anybody who thinks he's too small for a 5. His athletic ability totally levels the playing field.
Smith, no luck. And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. They trail by 9 points. Into the lane. And Cunningham with the slam.
And on that drive, Cunningham utilizing that athleticism, blitzing the defense the moment he sees an open.
Durant for 3. And so it's the Houston Rockets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up. The quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be back with you shortly. We've played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Pistons trailed by 7. Cunningham right side. Thompson for the triple. Nice D from Durant. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by Harris.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
In the corner, it's Robinson. On the way, Harris. His 3-pointers off the mark. Rockets leading by 7. Back to Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Really like how Durant is playing tonight. Going for his. This guy is just so unreal.
Drains it from beyond the arc. Robinson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Pistons trailed by 6. Tim, what a ride it's been for sharpshooter Duncan Robinson.
Well, there is no doubt about it, Kevin. He's the only player ever to take part in both a men's Division III and Division I championship game. Then, after going undrafted, he goes on to start in the NBA Finals. He has really come a long way.
And they're moving it up. Let's go. And they get it back. Pass to Sasser. Inside. Here's Stewart. Rebound by Smith. Rockets leading by 6. Here's KD. It's hauled in by Harris. Adams. And Adams with the slam.
They have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
And the dunk by Stewart.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. So both teams changing it up here.
Substitution on the board.
KD with it. 15 points in the game. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And there's the call on Durant. That's his third foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Here's Green. Great defense that time from Durant.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And here's Harris from the arc. Thompson with the rebound.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
Over in the corner, Shepard. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Pistons trailed by 6. All right, Legs, follow me here. You look at the rise of teams like Detroit, there's a lot to be said for having young legs.
Well played, Kevin, well played. And look, today's game exacts a physical toll. And if you think of it, that's especially true when you're playing a team like the Pistons. They play fast and they hit hard.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Amen Thompson, one of the most spectacular athletes in basketball. Coach Ime Udoka said he's so fast and explosive that he has the versatility to attack any matchup. Put a big body on him, he still has his advantages. We can put him anywhere in actions, and he can get downhill. Back to you.
What an athlete. Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. Pass to Harris. Jacks up a 3. They get the rebound. The Pistons working the ball around now. Cunningham with it. Picked up by Shepard. Just 4 to shoot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. .110 left to play here in the third. Pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Davison. Now Eason. To the left wing. Now Finney-Smith. Shot clock at 3. Here's Okogie. He's covered by Thompson. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Here is Cunningham. He's got 6. There's 37 seconds left in the third. Duran out to Harris. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And through hard work, this has become Harris's bread and butter. A knockdown shooter off the catch.
Pass to Okogie. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Eason. It's stolen by Duran. Robinson left side. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Houston on top, up 5. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. 3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Here's Shepard. Pass to Okogie. Shoots the 3. Here's Finney-Smith. Takes the 3. Okogie misses. Now here's LeVert. Poked away. Oh, here we go. Şengün's got the fast break chance. Now Shepard. Back to Şengün. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And it's 6 points for Şengün. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Houston.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
JB Bickerstaff had some words for his team over the break. First and foremost, he wants to see more points on the break. He asked his team, where's the urgency? We know what we can do in transition. Now let's go out and do it. We'll see if they can pick up the tempo, guys.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
And you look at these Rockets, Greg, pretty fearsome on the defensive end.
I mean, great length and athleticism on the wings, and a defensive-minded coach, Ime Udoka. They'll make you work for it, no doubt about it.
Out to Thompson. Trying his luck from deep. Cunningham. Thompson outside. Pass to Robinson. Robinson on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. No good on the wing 3. Rockets lead by 9. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ausar Thompson. That's his 3rd foul of the game. A little over a minute and a half of the 4th quarter gone now. Over in the corner, Shepard.
And Harris can guard multiple positions. Excellent at contesting or altering the shot.
Here's Cunningham. It's rebounded by Houston. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Okogie inside the 3-point line. A quick shot there, and it's off target. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. And, guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Houston making a switch here. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for Houston. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Here's Şengün. It's stolen by Harris. Got a piece of it. It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here.
Detroit ball.
Pistons trailed by 7. Cunningham outside. And there's the dunk.
Yes, sir. Cade Cunningham embracing the role of a leader.
And that one drops.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Robinson outside. And there's the 3.
And really with a pass-first mentality, Cunningham, the type of player that you like to play with.
KD looking around. Duran pulls it down.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Thompson. It's stolen by Smith. Now here's KD, the fast break opportunity. The putback. He parachutes in for the putback.
Timing and athleticism. That's how Thompson won himself the second opportunity.
Now Thompson. Cunningham left side. Thompson outside. 4 on the clock. And the 3 misses.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Duren pulls it down.
Well, he got the shot he loves, and the defense should honestly be relieved. He didn't punish them for being a little bit soft there in the mid-range.
Oh, that is big time by a big-time player. Cunningham loves the moment.
This may be their most important possession.
No doubt about it. As long as they don't make any major mistakes, this one's in the bag.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the seconds. No luck that time either. Now Robinson fires the 3. Sengun with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he does get the second one. And that puts them up by 5.
No time to waste on this possession.
They're going to have to act quickly right here.
Detroit with the ball. Robinson up top. Shot from 16. Smith there for the rebound. And he commits the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6.
And something that's already interesting about Jabari Smith is his versatility, scoring from beyond the arc or at the mid-range. He can get points a number of ways.
Sengun with the rebound. And now they decide to foul intention. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. So he comes up empty, missing both. Robinson fires. So Houston wins it. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't.
And here we go, NBA action live on 2K Sports. Along with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. Outside McDaniels. Offline. With a 3. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for New York. And you look at Brunson, listed at 6'2". You wouldn't think he'd be such a handful inside doors.
Handful might be an understatement, B.A.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. Here's Brunson. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. Picked by Gobert. To the paint. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
How quickly does Rudy Gobert move off the screen? His mobility makes him a tough cover in the pick and roll.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Mike Brown. Coach spoke about how Rudy Gobert can change a game defensively. He had all the praise in the world, saying there are so few players at this level that can make a player fearful of shooting inside. Rudy is one of them. You have to get over the idea of hearing footsteps and be okay with having a shot blocked every now and then. Back to you, Brian.
Allie, thank you.
I love that Rudy left no doubt. Show off that power, Rudy. And you lay that pass out there just like a great quarterback. Let your teammate run to it.
Randle on the screen. To the inside. And it's Randle with the jam.
Well, Julius Randle making the right read in the pick and roll. Excellent IQ.
Pass to Shamet. Back to Anunoby. Now here's Brunson. New York working the ball around now. No good on the three.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And Jalen Brunson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Back to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. And after some uncertainty, the Timberwolves moving forward under new governorship rules.
Boy, B.A., that sale process was long and obviously at times quite contentious. I believe the organization has to be thrilled that that is finally in the past, because what you want to do is focus on trying to continue the Wolves' recent run of success. There's a lot to be excited about with this young group.
And they double up Brunson to the middle. And the basket by Shamet.
That's exactly what you work for, a high percentage look.
.146 left to the first quarter here. And it's Randle with the jam.
They played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
Well, you set the tempo early, and when you get command and control of a game, it's perfect.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Minnesota substitution. Number 22.
And we've got 1:18 left to play in the first. Randle outside. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Reed. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
New York ball.
Knicks trail by 8. .59 seconds left to play in the first. Towns outside. Pass to Anunoby. Shot clock at 6. Here's Shamet. Towns. The kick out to Brunson. For 3, Bridges. The rebound by Shannon.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Here's Conley. Still no points. And here's Reed. The 3. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Now here's Towns. Pass to Brunson. Up and over Conley. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's Minnesota. They're up by 8.
14.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
Out to Bridges. Takes the 3. Rebound, Minnesota. Doris, when you think about the career of Mikal Bridges, how impressive has his development been?
B.A., I certainly think he's been a better player than people expected when he came out of college. What we know about Mikal Bridges is he's cross-positional defensively. He's made a number of big-time defensive plays in his defensive career. And offensively, he's proven more than just a three-point shooter. That fadeaway jump shot game is real.
Bridges misses. The Timberwolves lead by 10. Inside. And Gobert flushes it home.
Wow, how about the offensive performance by Rudy Gobert? This guy feels good right now.
For three, Bridges. Bridges can't get that one to fall.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Teammate Josh Hart may call Jalen Brunson the king of New York, but Brunson says, I would never consider myself a face of the franchise, but I'm a leader of this team. That's what I want to do, and I am grateful for the opportunity. I don't take this for granted. Guys?
Staying humble. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Reed sets a screen. Pass to DiVincenzo. Down low. Gobert, no good. Knicks trail by 14. Here's Bridges. Towns outside. Outside Anunoby. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. In today's game, it seems like running a good offense can come down to getting favorable switches, Doors.
It does, B.A. You see so many of the great teams, those competing for championships. What is their primary goal on offense? Find the weakest target defensively and go at them.
Both teams will make substitutions. Pass to Gobert. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And the Knicks with possession. No points yet here in the second quarter for him. Well, we know he can shoot it, Doris, but Karl-Anthony Towns is most effective when he's also working in the paint.
B.A., he has such an effective arsenal offensively that he's most effective when he's getting to each of those aspects. So, you have back-to-the-basket skills, no doubt. If there's a mismatch, go at the mismatch. But he is also so effective as a driver. Straight line, with intent, and efficient off the bounce. He can also hit a mid-range. There is nothing he can't do on the offensive end.
Here's Bridges. Clark grabs the board. And so Conley will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They've only given up 1 point in the second quarter. That one coming at the line. Outside for Randall. Jacks up a three. Towns with a rebound. Knicks trail by 13. Brunson with it. He's picked up by Conley. Left side Brunson. Over Randall. And it's Brunson missing. 1:02 left in the first half of this game. Conley goes in. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Conley's got his first points of the game.
Well, there's a certain level of quickness you've got to contend with. Mike Conley off the dribble drive.
Brunson. Pass to Towns. The kick out to Brunson. 4-3. Minnesota with a rebound.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
New York working the ball around now. 15 seconds left in the first half of this one. Back to Bridges. Picked it. From the wing. No good on the shot. And we finished off one half of play. It's Minnesota up by 15. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. All right, Grant, can you talk about what Jalen Brunson has brought to the Knicks?
You know, B.A., he's made them relevant again. New York can be a demanding place to play with the expectations and the media. But he's taken the bull by the horns and had immediate success.
Now, Jalen Brunson plays bigger than his size. He's aggressive. He's going to go right at defenders. He doesn't care if you're bigger than he is. He will keep coming at you.
To the paint. Oh, deflected. Out to DiVincenzo. And here's Dillingham from the arc. The rebound by Yabusele. Knicks trail by 14. Pass to Bridges. Yabusele outside. Outside McBride. It's Bridges on the wing. No good on the triple. Minnesota with the ball. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Here's Dillingham. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. For three, Randall. Brunson with it. Yabusele the screen. Pass to McBride. This one for three. Fires in the triple. McBride's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Boy, you have to love how Jalen Brunson orchestrates this offense. So good at getting the ball where it needs to be.
McBride with it. DiVincenzo picks him up. Inside. Towns. And with that one, the deficit trimmed to single digits. Towns has got 5.
Now, this is a guy who wants to score, so don't let him catch a rhythm.
Pass to Randall. Here is DiVincenzo. Still without a bucket. Back to Randall. They get back on track. They get it again. Here's Dillingham. To the middle. Here's Gobert. The rebound by Yabusele. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. All right, Doris, for the Knicks, would you run a two-man with Brunson and Cat or stagger their minutes?
B.A., I think the answer is you do both, obviously. But if you stagger it, it's because of what they're not doing on the defensive end. Teams will target Brunson and Cat because they are not elite defensive players. But at the same time, they are both elite offensive players. And there will be moments, particularly late game, where you want your best players on the floor. So the answer is both.
McBride can't get it to go. The Timberwolves lead by 9. On the wing, Ingles. Wide open look. Hits the front of the rim and out.
A wasted trip down the floor. That's not a good shot at all.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up. Minnesota shooting their first free throws of this game. He's off on the second. And Grant, this defense of the Timberwolves, one of the league's stingiest.
Well, if you look up and down their lineup, not many weak links for opponents to target. And then, of course, you've got 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert, on that back line. BA, they're tough.
New York needs to get off the shot here.
Terrific energy at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggers this run.
Up top, Miller. Now Ingles. No made baskets yet.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Wow, Miguel showing off a bit of verticality on that finish.
And since the turn of the century, die-hard Knicks fans had dealt with some lean years, Grant, until recently.
No doubt, BA, and they're happy to see meaningful games. The arrival of Jalen Brunson just changed things, and they've gone all in to surround him with talent. They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
Pass to Shannon, and it's out of bounds to Minnesota.
Boy, a turnover like that will have a coach just staring at his shoes, biting his tongue.
Randall, left side. Three-pointer. That one is off.
I'm not sure he expected to be that wide open, and yet somehow comes away empty.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And stolen by Clark. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's Reed. It's rebounded by New York. Right side, Anunoby. Here's Robinson. Can't connect from short range. The third quarter comes to a close. Timberwolves ahead, leading by 6. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we...
25.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. It's stolen by Hart. Now here's Clarkson. New York working the ball around now. Back to Anunoby. Pass to Shamet. It's Shamet on the wing. 5 on the clock. Now here's Clarkson. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Outside Conley. And here's Randall. To the inside. The kick out to Conley. Pass to McDaniels. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. New York making a switch here.
Substitution for your Knicks. Gershon Yabusele.
60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. Pass to Yabusele. Here's Clarkson. The three ball. McDaniels with the rebound. Outside, DiVincenzo. Outside McDaniels. The putback. The kick out to Conley. DiVincenzo with it. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, got a piece of it. It's stolen by Clarkson. Over McDaniels. That's short off the rim.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Pass to Randall. Right wing. And here's Conley. Clock at 6. Outside. DiVincenzo. Picked by Gobert. Here's the floater. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation.
Coming onto the floor for your New York Knicks.
Knicks trail by 6.
Jalen Brunson.
Brunson is doubled. And yes, sir! In stride on the lay-in from a sweet assist.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
So both teams changing it up here. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. Coach asked his team, can anyone knock down a three? Reminding them three-point shooting will open up the floor, make things easier in the half-court offense. Everyone loves making threes. Missing? Not so much. Guys?
And Allie, thank you for that. Towns on a screen. Randall with a steal. Here's Dillingham. Tries it from 16. Anunoby there for the rebound. Knicks trail by 6. Brunson. Oh, it's off. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. He got it. Bridges outside. Anunoby fires. The three is in.
You can see that OG Anunoby wants the opportunity to deliver in a big moment and does.
Rebounded by Towns. And here's New York now. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor low enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Rebounded by Towns. Here's Anunoby to tie it up. Randall rips down the board.
Oh, that's a chippy. Point-blank range. He'd like that one back.
There's the drive.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. So it comes up empty at the line. This is what it's come down to.
Yes, indeed. A monster possession.
Now Bridges. Outside Brunson. Just 5 to shoot. Ooh, he can't tie it up. That one's no good. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
And no good on the second free throw. So 0 for 2 there.
Oh, that could have been the end of it. Instead, he hands them a lifeline.
Oh, money!
And the stakes were high right there. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Here's Dillingham. That'll count. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Now Conley. Doubled by Towns. Naz Reid. No good from 3. Brunson looks it over. Now here's Brunson. To take the lead. Cash from downtown.
There are no easy comebacks, but they really had to dig deep for this one.
Yeah, to start off with so many mistakes and still now find a way where everything's working, it allows their momentum and confidence to continue to build.
Right side, Brunson. Six to shoot. For 3. Cleared away by Reid.
Bad defense, bad shot. Neither working on that play.
Reid sets a screen. DiVincenzo with it. Towns covering. Outside Conley. Randall! Oh, off target from downtown. Left side Brunson. Brunson is doubled. Here's Shamet. Bridges fires. Can't get the 3. Overtime in full swing here. 2 minutes off the clock. Naz Reid. Oh, he misses the deep 3. New York leading by 3. Oh, no good on the layup. Reid sets a screen. Shoots a 3. Yes, sir, with the 3.
absolute monster of a delivery from Naz Reid. Big time bucket.
Left side Brunson. Oh, he misses the layup.
But the defense hanging in right there, making that shot really difficult.
Outside Conley. Outside Reid to take the lead. Can't hit it. Outside Anunoby. Ooh, the three doesn't go. Another tie. And we're going to have a second overtime. And we'll return shortly. Hey, can't stop now. We're ready for another extra period. What a game of basketball this has been. Here's Dillingham. Here he goes. Oh, wow!
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Brunson. And it's blocked right out of the air and controls it. DiVincenzo with it. Oh, it doesn't go. Outside Brunson. Screen by Hart. Shot clock at 6. Beyond the arc. And he nails it.
Yeah, Josh Hart starting to show people, I can knock down a three-point shot. You better guard me.
Into the lane. Here's Randall. And Jalen Brunson gets the whistle that time. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Here's Dillingham. 6 on the shot clock. Outside DiVincenzo. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
You can't have that type of miscue in this moment in this game. You have to be on the same page.
Outside Brunson. And Jaden McDaniels picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game. And here's Brunson. Shot clock at 5. DiVincenzo with a steal.
The D feels like it's everywhere, and that pass should not have been made.
Here's Dillingham. Now Gobert. Oh, he misses the layup. 51 seconds left to play in the second OT period. Oh, he jammed it.
Gobert is not fazed by these moments. He wants to be the man.
Now Brunson. Anunoby on the wing. Oh, the long ball, no good. And so they foul intentionally. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he can't make the second free throw either. Missed them both. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Now Towns. The steal. And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul. Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that'll put him up 2. And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. What's the best strategy for him?
More than enough time to get a bucket.
Well, they've got to be aggressive, guys, because the defense doesn't want to foul here.
Right side, Brunson. Here's Bridges. And they call an illegal screen here.
You can get away with one once in a while. but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point. And Chris Finch has called timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. What do you think Coach will be drawing up here?
They could actually go for a 3 and win here, but I think they may play it safe and try to send this game to overtime.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. So it's a narrow victory for the Timberwolves, pulling it out for the W. Double overtime games are so grueling, and after this one, everyone, the officials, the fans, the broadcasters, will all have to take a little rest.
Yeah, I need that rest, I'll tell you. But, hey, give them credit. They really dug deep into their energy reserves and showed their determination to get this win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Doris Burke, Allie